You know, we're keeping our phones longer and longer nowadays. I still daily drive the S20, my wife an iPhone 12, and honestly, the phone's just as good as it always was. Well, nearly as good. And it could have been just as good if I had this little thing from Witty Power. And let me explain. My phone, the S20, is still snappy, gorgeous screens, still looks good, even if I don't, because lockdown was not kind to my waistline. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't considering upgrading my phone. I'm out of contract. I can have my pick. I've even thought of joining my wife and getting an iPhone. I know. I mean, to be fair, with the EU ruling and it all becoming USB, I might actually consider getting an iPhone. But back to the matter at hand, why the urge to upgrade my phone if everything's still great? Well, the battery. The battery is just not what it was. What used to last me a whole day, I'm now reaching for my charger like halfway through the day and doing a mid-cycle charge, which is just horrible to the battery. And while yes, I might be a little bit addicted to my phone, but a little bit of YouTube, some Reddit and Twitter should not be leaving me on the red halfway through my day. And it just is. But why? And more importantly, how do we combat it? So this little box here, this orange little box, and it comes in an array of different colors. It also comes in a nice little blue and a black, which the black actually looks really nice. I just thought the orange was a bit more striking. What this does, it tries to solve one of our biggest issues, and that is the battery degradation that happens within your phone. And this, as you can see, there's a little W on side from a little company. There you go. It's a little company called Wityy. So this little box here, it makes some bold claims that by putting it in between the charger and your phone, it can double the life expectancy of your battery. But who is this Wityy? And most importantly, what does it do? Well, Wityy is a small Italian company, a startup, and like many startups nowadays, it got started on Kickstarter. They blew past their goal, they gained a foothold in Italy and wanted to expand. And they reached out and sent me one of their products to have a look at. Now, this is not sponsored and I'm not being paid for this. But if you do want to check it out yourself, you can head over to wittypower.com and use code U-TechPro. That's U-TechPro for 10% off. Now, let's unbox this thing. So let's have a quick look at what we get inside the box. Nice standard packaging in English, which is a big bonus for me. And inside, check it. We have these little cards, and there's the magic. Got it in English, always great. Italian and Spanish. Yeah, nice. Okay, so this just tells you important information that you need to know. And here, as they like to say, oh no. I picked orange because I thought it'd be striking. It's a little button. USB-C, USB-C-A. Nice. Keep in power. And that's it. Nothing else in the box. Much different. Eco-friendly, I'd definitely say that. Nice. Now, the battery saver has both Type A and Type C, although on its website, the Type C seems to just come with a Type A to Type C adapter. It comes in orange, like you see right here, blue and black. It limits its current output to 4 amps while delivers up to 65 watts of charging. It charges tablets, smartphones, Bluetooth headphones or smartwatches. It's compatible with both iOS and Android, and it has it covered for nearly all your tech. Just don't plug in your laptop or your PC, for God's sake. Now, Wityy has done wonders with its ASO tech. That's automatic shut-off technology, which prevents the battery from remaining at tension after reaching 100%. Now, by disconnecting it from the power when it's 100% recharge, it prevents the battery from remaining at the end of charge voltage for an extended period of time, which is extremely damaging to your battery. Now, you may even remember that Apple got into a huge backlash not too long ago and had to pay something like $113 million, I want to say, as a compensation when they started slowing down older iPhones. And their reason, now let me actually quote them here, let me see. Well, a statement to TechCrunch, Apple stated that batteries become less capable of supplying peak current demands when in cold conditions, have a low battery charge, or as they age over time, which can result in the device unexpectedly shutting down to protect its electronic components. Now, I'm sure that Apple slowing down older phones, which may have encouraged people to upgrade, was just a happy coincidence, a byproduct even. But nevertheless, An aging battery can cause serious problems, and iPhones, older models with older batteries, they were hitting their peaks of processing power and the battery was unable to fully power and the phones were shutting off. Now this is where this little box from Wityy steps in. Now, gone are the days where we could simply just open our phone and replace the battery. In the fight for sleekness and for dust and water resistance, we can't simply just open them up. They're glued together now. So for the most part, you're stuck with the phone and battery you have. Most people, they won't pay to replace it. So with this little Witty Power Bot Saver, it can add years to the lifespan of your phone. But unfortunately, it isn't magic. So the damage done to my phone, well, it's done. It can't regenerate the battery, but the degradation on my battery would just get worse and worse and worse until my phone is literally unusable. But this can help save it. Now, Samsung does have this in its software. You can limit the charge to just 75%. And I highly recommend, if you have a brand new phone, please put this on. My phone, however, the battery's already gone. So that 75%, that wasn't even lasting me half a day. So if you have it, great. For me, not so great. So after about a week, I turned it off. I was tired of having to charge my phone all the time. I was going around to people's houses going, have you got a charger? And most people have iPhones, so, you know, no bloody chargers. Now that's not something I really need to worry about too much more. Not with this little box from Wityy. That's if it does what it says it does. Now, I really wish I could dig down and see if their claims are true. I wish I had the technology and the software and the time to really see if their claims of doubling the lifespan of a battery is really true. But I do know that degradation on batteries is a serious issue. And I do know that everyone is trying to combat it. Now, what I can say is I do sleep better at night knowing that I'm in good hands. And if you want to get your hands on one, you can head over to wittypower.com and use code U-TechPro. That's U-TechPro for 10% off. Until next time, goodbye.